this video, I'm gonna show you how to do 5 exercises for frozen shoulder. These exercises are meant for somebody who is a beginner, who is just in those early phases where it still hurts to raise your arm up, a lot of movements are still painful. Now, before you do these exercises, you need to make sure that you consult with your doctor or your physical therapist. It is much better to have an assessment with a physical therapist who can guide you with your rehab program. I encourage that for everybody dealing with this issue because they can instruct you and assess you and give you information that's specific to you. And that's not what you get in this video. But I know many people are searching for exercise ideas. You may not be able to get to a physical therapy clinic right now. So if you have been cleared to exercise and you're smart, then these are some different examples of exercises that could potentially help you. So the first one we're gonna do is gonna be external rotation in sitting. You're gonna be sitting in a chair or sitting on a ball, and you're gonna use a stick or a cane or a broom, and you can put it in the palm of your hand, and you're gonna try to push your arm into external rotation gently. So you're gonna push it out to the side. Try to keep your elbow pinned against your side. That's gonna ensure that you get the motion of external rotation out of your shoulder. And some of the common mistakes is the elbow can start to drift out like this. You wanna make sure that you keep it in close. If it hurts, because some of you may not be able to get to this point here, you can start with it in more internal rotation. If you begin with your arm in this position, then that gives you more room to go. So that's a good modification if you're feeling stiff. And even though this is considered a passive exercise because you're using the stick, you want to try to use some of your external rotation muscle. You want to use your own force with this. Try to do that movement as well. So you're getting some active and passive movement. We want to start to strengthen those external rotators. Personally, for people that I've worked with, I've found that people who do active range of motion exercise tend to do better than when you're just forcing the passive external rotation. So that's something that I've just observed in my own treatment plans with my own clients and patients through the years. So this is one exercise that can help you. Now, if you are still able to have a stick like this, what you can do is you can use this for a few other exercises. I'll show you from the side view, but what you can do is you can hold this in your hand like this. You can have it in front of you, and then you're gonna go ahead and just push it forward like that, and then bring it back like that. So bringing your arm outward, this is basically like doing shoulder flexion, or it's like a form of flexion. And then you can protract the shoulder, so you're moving your shoulder blade, and then you're getting some movement through the shoulder blade and through the shoulder joint. This joint here is called the glenohumeral joint. That's the one that's frozen. And it's likely frozen because of inflammation, potentially some scarring or adhesions that are in that joint. It's a real strange condition. We're still learning more about it, but that's a one potential cause. It can be caused from a fall, from trauma to the shoulder, or it could be caused from surgery or maybe a stroke. So different reasons, but we can just get the shoulder going like this. Generally, doing 2 to 3 sets of 10 repetitions are fine, but you must listen to your body, and you don't want to increase your level of pain afterwards. So after doing that, then we can venture onto our backs. You can still keep the stick here, and you're gonna lie down on your back, push the ball out to the side. You can keep the knees bent if you want, and what you're gonna do is raise the stick up overhead. So you're gonna start with it here, and then you're gonna bring it up, and then go to that point that's stiff. I know many of you are not gonna be able to go up very high. If it hurts to hold the bar like this, then what you can do is you can put it in the palm of your hand. So you can hold it this way. So as you come down like this, then there's a little bit more support. That's one potential option. Or you can get rid of the stick altogether, and it might feel more comfortable for you to use your opposite hand and arm reach up and go up overhead like this. That's another modification that helps people. And then do your best to raise it up overhead. Now your goal with this is to eventually progress it, and you can do that by letting go and actively raising your arm up overhead. This is called active range of motion, and you're gonna start to increase more strength in your shoulder, which is gonna help you maintain this range of motion and improve it over time. And this is something that you don't want to be pushing hard. You just want to do what your body and what your shoulder is able to tolerate. But this can be a really helpful exercise. The next exercise is going to be bringing the shoulder backwards with the stick. This is going through shoulder extension. So you're gonna put the stick in the palm of your hand or the cane, and you're gonna go ahead and try to bring your shoulder backwards and then try to push it back and then bring it forward. So you're bringing it backwards through your full motion and then bringing it forward. And you're just trying to bring it through its comfortable range. You don't need to push it hard. If this is all you can do, that's fine. You're just trying to increase motion in the shoulder joint. You're trying to move that glenohumeral joint in all planes of motion. So we already worked on flexion going forward this way, and now we're gonna be working on extension. You can do about 2 sets of 10. The next exercise is going to be working on abduction. You're gonna bring the shoulder out to the side. So you can hold it the same way, but instead of going backwards, you're just going out to the side this way and going through your full range of motion this way. So as you come up, you're trying to use your arm a little bit. You're using the one that you have the frozen shoulder on, and you're trying to go through the maximum amount of mobility that you have, and then using the stick to get a little extra motion. If it's hurting because you're just going out to the side like that, you might be compensating by shrugging your shoulder. When you're going totally out to the side, you're in pure abduction. Sometimes that can feel like you're impinging or you're kind of jamming this joint up into the bone here. So you can modify the position of your arm just by bringing it forward. So from here, bring it in this way, and then you can go up. And that might feel a lot better than just going totally out to the side. So go through the full motion that you have, nice and easy. Now these 5 exercises, they're ideas, they're different movements that have helped my clients in the past. And I would encourage you to really listen to your body. And if you need more support for a frozen shoulder, then join our frozen shoulder support group on Facebook. It's free to join. I'll put a link in the description below, but this is a place where you can gather information from other people that are dealing with a similar diagnosis as you. They've gone to the doctor, they've been diagnosed, they know they have a frozen shoulder, and they're frustrated, just like you. You're not able to do different movements, different activities, and it can be frustrating because it can take about a year or longer to recover. And in that time, a lot of people are questioning what they should do, and they don't know what to do. And so you can get other ideas in this group. Again, it's not medical advice, but this is a place for you to learn and gather information, and it can be very educational and it can really help you in your recovery. In addition to that, I'm gonna be putting together a quick start recovery guidebook. I'm gonna put these exercises in picture format. I'll include some written instructions, and I'll put some close-up photos so you can understand what's going on with these exercises if you have any questions about them. This will be a great guide for you to be able to reference later. You can print it out, and that way you can keep it in front of you so you can actually do these exercises on a regular basis. This frozen shoulder is not gonna go away anytime soon. This is a condition, if you truly have it, it usually takes a long time to get better from. And like I said before, there's this inflammatory component. So it is very important to learn how to reduce inflammation by eating better. We have several videos on this topic, and I'll put some links to those videos at the end of this one. So go ahead and watch this to the very end. Click on one of those videos about controlling inflammation. We have a turmeric supplement that is a high potency turmeric extract that helps with promoting a healthy inflammatory response in the body. There's so many studies on this. If you go to activeatoms.com and go to our learning center, you're gonna find so many different articles discussing what the proper dose is and what you need to be doing to control inflammation better. This can make a huge impact in your recovery. So if you want to access these resources, then go ahead and click on the link in the description below. If you have any questions, feel free to write in the comments or message me. And if you know anybody that's dealing with a frozen shoulder, then be sure to share this video with them, because we're trying to help as many people as possible, especially those people that aren't able to go to a physical therapist, or they just want to stay home and do exercises. I want to be able to help as many people as possible. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.